Hello, my friends. I'm Bee, and this is Bee's Intuition. And today we're going to be doing a reading. I feel like I want to do a reading about like your intuition. And by that I mean, like, what do you feel is coming? And this can be for like confirmation, I guess. Like if I bring up topics that you feel are coming, this could be confirmation that those things are on their way. Something along those lines, you know, pretty much like, what do you feel is coming to you? Yeah. Okay. Like, what do you sense before it gets here, pretty much? Okay. Anyways, please and thank you, Spirit. What does the collective feel is coming? What does the collective feel is coming? No. What does the collective feel is coming towards them? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Okay, that's too many there, but I can get that. Okay. So, okay. I'm gonna see if I can get one more. Please and thank you. Thank you. In the end, okay. Let's see. So, starting out, the Hermit card, okay. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, okay. And the High Priestess, all right. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands. So, right off the bat, somebody is going, I feel like, through a major transformation, like a soul search with that Hermit card. There's something about wanting to give, and there's something about growing an intuition. The Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I feel like, is just indicating some work. I don't know if this is something that somebody has to work through, or if this is like some burden that they're working through right now. Feels like it could be something that somebody's working through. Anyways, let's just dive right in and start clarifying, ain't it? Okay. So let's start with that Hermit card. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Hermit for us, please and thank you? What does the collective feel is coming? Okay. Okay, so that Hermit card is clarified by Queen of Wands, King of Swords, very interesting, two people here. And then bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. I'm starting to think that this Hermit card is a necessary phase for somebody to go through in order to bring together potentially a union between the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. Somebody needs to go through like an internal transformation of like exploring themselves, exploring what's important to them, maybe receiving downloads from the divine. It seems like this could be a wish fulfillment for either one or both of you. Yeah, I'm gonna see what else comes out for that Hermit card. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell me? Six of Pentacles. Double confirmation for the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. I see it as you are this Queen of Wands, and somebody else is this King of Swords. The King of Swords wants to impress this Queen of Wands, and they want to show up and give to that Queen of Wands in some way. Yeah. This could be somebody that didn't give to you in the past, but now suddenly is after coming through, or like going through a hermit phase of like going within and kind of doing a soul search, you know? Bottom of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. So this could have to do very well with divine timing. Something's happening within divine timing. So, so that's probably what your intuition is telling you. is telling you that somebody that you're connected to is going through this hermit phase. So this is probably somebody that you are not speaking to currently. This could be somebody that, yeah, it feels like it could be somebody that you're not speaking to currently because they're kind of self-isolating, going through their own little spiritual, internal journey. Like figuring out what is important to them, what do they identify with, what do they see their future looking like, and any like downloads from the divine and stuff to help them. And listening to their intuition as well. And it feels like their intuition, what it's telling them is to give to you. And give to this connection. There's some sort of knowledge that this person is acquiring that could be spiritual knowledge or knowledge about themselves even, especially because they're going through this hermit phase. There's like knowledge that this person is obtaining through this process. I'm going to see what else comes out for that hermit card. He's a Nikki spirit. Okay, I'll take it. Alright. Oh, okay. Eight of Cups came out in the reverse. So, somebody is returning from the past. You probably left this person behind. Sorry, this is a new microphone. Shout out to my bestie, Sid, for getting me this microphone set. You know. Anyways, getting distracted. Oh yeah, so if I bump into it, I'm sorry, I need to get used to it. But yeah, that Eight of Cups in the reverse is clearly telling me that somebody is returning from the past. Somebody that, yeah, somebody here left somebody or something behind, but now are returning to it. So yeah, you may have removed this King of Swords from your life in the past. Okay, yeah. If this was somebody that maybe like, that you cut things off with, they probably were not very emotionally available, emotionally mature, somebody that's much more based in the rational and the logical rather than anything kind of sensitive and feeling. It could have been somebody that didn't give to you in the past either, but now they suddenly want to come back and give to this. And a few other cards came out as well. Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man. So that Hanged Man is really telling me what this person is going through. They're having a huge perspective shift. You know, I think that if you cut off this King of Swords in the past, they reflected on that ending. It seems like they were using that ending as like a learning, like a stepping stone in their learning. Because it seems like they're paying close attention to something, seeing where something went wrong even potentially. And when they come towards you, they could very well be in this Knight of Wands energy, because I'm almost seeing it as, that would make sense because they want to impress you. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands. And so they need to like match your passion is how they see it. Maybe you're a very warm and loving person, and so they're trying to be that way as well. They also might just be randy for you, so I don't know. I mean, they are clearly attracted to you, but it feels almost like that there's something here that they feel like is not finished. Maybe there's another lesson, maybe there's... They feel like they have switched their perspective completely. They feel like they are not seeing things the same as they once did. And you may be able to tell this difference when they come towards you, but I'm honestly kind of getting more so of a feeling that you may be caught off guard by this, especially if this is like a different sort of personality than you're used to from this person. It almost feels like they could come across maybe a little bit too flirty, where it's like, oh, so you just want to hook up? Like, that's kind of a turn off. But it's almost like they feel like it's necessary to either get your attention or to match your energy, which, to be honest, I don't think they're necessarily matching your energy by becoming a knight. They would probably have to step into the King of Wands rather than the Knight of Wands, but it's a start, you know? It feels optimistic with that Knight of Wands, so maybe they're trying to come in like kind of spunky and optimistically and hoping for the best. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, so somebody is clearly making plans here. And I feel like those plans are to return to this, to come back to it. I also feel with the Seven of Pentacles that maybe there was no harvest to this connection. Like maybe it never matured to the level of a relationship or a serious relationship or something. It feels like it never really took off the way that it was supposed to. And that's something that this person is thinking about a lot. Yeah. The Two of Wands is telling me that they feel like something here is not finished. Something here needs to be addressed. Something here needs to be... I mean, even if it's just closure that they're looking for, it feels like there's something that needs to take place between the two of you, and it could just be a conversation, or it could be an expression of feelings. What else for that Hermit card, please and thank you? Oh. 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 Well, actually, I didn't see that one. We'll see what that one is. Okay. Oh my. Okay, so Knight of Swords came out. So this person really wants to communicate to you. Page of Wands. Yeah, this person is trying to switch up their personality, it feels like. Not necessarily in a bad way. I don't think it's like manipulative, or I don't think they see it as being manipulative. It's mostly like they want to somehow match your energy in some way, but they might be going about it the wrong way because it feels like they're maybe a little too, I don't know. It feels jarring. Like I feel like, especially if this person was not very expressionable or expressive, I guess, in the past, you may be like really like kind of confused. Like, why are you switching up like this all of a sudden? This is weird for you, you know, kind of feeling. But with that Page of Wands, they do have a lot of optimism. I almost even feel like this is what they want to be in, is the energy of the Page of Wands, which is that youthful optimism. And the hope for growth between the two of you. They really do. I feel like the communication is definitely going to be related to that Seven of Pentacles, the fact that they have taken the time out to look at what happened between the two of you, where they went wrong. And I feel like that's probably mostly what this communication will be, is how they've been reflecting on things, how they saw the error of their ways, if they were not being expressionate enough, or if they weren't sharing their feelings enough, or something like that. Like, it feels like they've been reflecting on that, and that's something that they would like to tell you. And they definitely are probably going to be showing up in more of like a charismatic sort of energy. The Five of Wands also came out. So I think that they're sort of anticipating a little bit of conflict, which makes sense, especially if you left this person behind in the past and now they're coming back around. I also, because this is actually falling right underneath that Hanged Man, that Five of Wands under the Hanged Man is kind of telling me that their shift in perspective, I almost am getting like they're going to see their change in perspective as maybe something life-changing. Whereas you, on the other hand, may have a different perspective of things. You know, like you may think that them simply reflecting on the past relationship and making, changes to become a better partner in the future, that may be like kind of small stuff to you, especially if you're more spiritually enlightened, if you've been on your spiritual journey or self-discovery journey for quite some time, you may be like, that doesn't really impress me that much. Like, I'd rather you be doing things for yourself, or, going, because it almost feels like maybe like you're like, you feel like maybe they're going about this type of transformation or whatever in the wrong way, or like for the wrong reasons, I guess. I feel like there is something about like that perspective change that's going to cause some feeling of conflict, whether it's within yourself or between the two of you, because it feels like this person's going to try and show up like they've been reborn, and I have a feeling that they're not going to be as transformed as they think that they are. Like, for them, this is big stuff, but for you, with your journey, your history, with your wisdom and your knowledge from the divine, I feel like you're going to be like, that's not the type of growth that I'd like to see. You may have like higher standards for like that type of growth that you wish to see in this person, or maybe there's certain issues that you can see are being issues and stuff. So it's like, yeah, I feel like you're almost like, that's a great start, but you still have to keep going. Like, also, you're never like fully healed. So like, if this person's coming back being like, I'm fully healed, we're good to go on our relationship now, I healed everything, and it's like, your healing journey never ends. Your spiritual journey never ends. Like, because there's always something more to learn. There's always another way to look at yourself, the way you act in the world, the way that you interact with others. Like, there's so many different things that I feel like this person has just skimmed the surface, Like, they haven't really gone deep, and I feel like that could bring up something for you. So you may get sassy with this person and be like honest with them, like, I appreciate that you had that perspective. I appreciate that you did some work on yourself. That's great, but like, I'm looking for something a little bit more, potentially. That's what I'm getting. Or somebody that's like either more evolved, more spiritually or intuitively connected. Yeah. But 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this person clearly does want to communicate. And that may be what your intuition has been telling you, is that this person, you may feel this person lingering in your energy because they're making these plans to come towards you to share information about their transformation, I guess. And it does feel like they do want to re-spark something, but there's a good amount of Wands energy, but there's only one Cup card, and that Cup card came out in the reverse. So I don't know if this person is maturing emotionally. They may think that they are. They may think that they're emotionally healed or more emotionally mature, but it feels like that is where they're lacking. There's not like a lot of love here, and I think that could have been the biggest issue with this connection in the past. So yeah, it feels like they have started their spiritual journey. You may be very proud of them, or very like happy for them that they're finally like digging into that kind of stuff. Like, it can be a very fulfilling journey, even if it's difficult. But I don't think that I don't think this conversation is going to have the effect on you that they think it's gonna. Yeah, because I feel like they almost see it as like, well, I'm healed now, so you have no reason not to take me back. And it's like, it almost even feels like they're missing the point. I don't know. There's something about that feels slightly frustrating on your end. Yeah, I don't know. So I have a feeling that you can sense this person in your energy. You probably can sense that maybe even you're sensing that they want to come forward and talk with you, or have some sort of discussion, have some sort of conversation between the two of you. So that could be what that message is about. Like, that's what you're feeling right now coming towards you. And I would say, yeah, you're spot on with that, especially if any of this sounds familiar. That's probably what your intuition is trying to tell you, that this person is going through something spiritual and wants to come forward and impress you with it, kind of. and they want to show you how they've grown. But yeah, that's what that message is. Let's go into that Six of Pentacles now. Please and thank you, Spirit. What does the collective feel is coming with that Six of Pentacles? Please and thank you. The Hierophant. Oh. Anything else for that Six of Pentacles? Three of Swords. Anything else for that Six of Pentacles? Queen of Swords. What else for the Six of Pentacles? Please and thank you, Spirit. Please and ooh, thank you. Oh, wowza. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so let's just dive right in. So clarifying that Six of Pentacles. We got the Hierophant, Three of Swords, Queen of Swords, Empress. Okay. So there's something about giving here. It's telling me a story though, about some sort of major commitment that was broken off. Somebody here had to put up boundaries. With somebody. It's kind of strange to me because it almost feels like this in and of itself is like a story, and then it feels like the Empress is just like outside of this for some reason. Oh, maybe this Queen of Swords is the person that's coming towards you. Oh, regardless of gender, by the way. Because it feels like somebody had to step into this Queen of Swords energy to make a very difficult decision. A decision to cut somebody out of their life. Somebody that they may have had a serious commitment with, a long-term commitment. Somebody that they may have seen a future with. And so they broke off this pretty significant connection here. And maybe that was like the logical thing to do, was to cut that off. And it could be, if this is the Queen of Swords that's coming in towards you to give you this Six of Pentacles, give to you, it feels like that's kind of their story, what got them to that point of coming towards you to give. And then I'm seeing this as your energy. So it does actually feel like maybe this could be somebody that you're connected to that either was in a connection or they're currently going through a breakup in a connection. And it feels like this is happening and you're kind of like doing your own thing over here. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like it directly relates to you, but I think it will affect you because maybe somebody was clearing out their, you know, whatever, like, you know, relationship or whatever, so that they can be single in order to give to you. In this connection between the two of you. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune again. So yeah, there's a lot about divine timing with this reading, and I feel like that could be something that is a little frustrating, to be honest, especially because I think you can sense these things going on behind the scenes, but because of divine timing, you have no idea when these things are actually going to arrive. And I think that that in and of itself is super frustrating. Because I feel like you probably know through your intuition that somebody from the past wants to come in and talk about how they've changed. And then there's somebody else over here that potentially just got out of a pretty serious connection and wants to come towards you to give to you. And this is all happening in divine timing. So it's like you feel these things happening, but you don't have the 3D evidence that they're happening, is what I feel. I'm going to clarify that Queen of Swords to make sure I'm on the right track with that. Please and thank you, Spirit. Can you clarify that Queen of Swords for me, please and thank you? Oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, so I think I was right. Anyways, Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. So, yeah. I think this is the person that is trying to come towards you. Oh, this is actually kind of cute. Well, in a way, I guess it depends on how you feel about this person, but because I see them. Okay. Yeah, so I see them observing you. I think that you are very interesting to this person here. You definitely caught their eye, and for some reason I'm hearing you caught not only their eye, but also their mind. You caught this person's mind. Which honestly, that's kind of, to me, that feels more so like, like that you're either constantly on this person's mind, or there's something that they're trying to figure out about you that requires them to use a lot of their mind or something like that. Because it feels very much like something about you is in this person's mind with that Page of Swords. Like, I'm even getting like, maybe they think about you a lot. Maybe they really think about how your energy is, and how, because they see you as the Empress. So you're very attractive to this person. Very radiant, abundant, like you have it going on for this person. And so, but it's not just superficial, especially with that Page of Swords. It's really hitting me as like something about you. Like they're either curious about exploring, or wanting to get to know you a little bit better, or there's something there that they want to dive into that is really interesting to this person about you. And I feel like that's honestly probably why they've been watching you for some time. It feels like, it's more from a distance, so maybe on social media, or maybe just like in the background of your life, and I'm almost even getting like they're trying to pick up hints about you through maybe your actions or the way you interact with others or something. Okay. And because of that curiosity, that's why I feel like they want to build something with you. Like, you're their type, I think. I think that's what this Page of Pentacles is telling me. Like, you seem stable. You seem like you could build something stable with somebody. And this person probably is looking for some sort of sense of stability, security within their life, within their love life even. But it's like they saw you. They're very intrigued by you. There's like a lot about you that they want to get to know deeper, and they want to have some sort of like growing together or building together, working together with this person. Bottom of the deck being the Ace of Swords, I feel like this could definitely start as a conversation. Or maybe it's just an idea in this person's mind at the moment. Maybe they haven't even fully, especially if they just got out of a relationship, maybe they're not completely ready to just go towards you like that other person is. But maybe they're thinking about coming towards you. Maybe they're reflecting on what they have seen. They're reflecting on what they want with you. I feel like they're definitely trying to analyze those types of things about you before coming towards you, because it's like they want to make sure that, yeah, especially if they just got out of a relationship, they don't want to repeat mistakes of the past by not knowing somebody well enough and then jumping into a relationship with them or something along those lines. But yeah. I feel like this is something that they're mulling over in their brain, is like, do I want something with this person? Do I want to get to know them more? Is this just simply attraction, which I think it's more than that. Yeah. It seems like stability could be very important to this person as well. Since this is all clarifying the Six of Pentacles, that Page of Pentacles is hitting me in a certain way. Yeah, this could be somebody that really craves stability, and you seem like a person that is very stable. Whether you feel that way about yourself or not. It feels like from their perspective, you look very stable. You look like you have things held down, like you're very much a capable person that they admire. They also may be slightly insecure. And that could be because their past relationship made them feel that way, or maybe they're not at a place in their life that they feel super confident, but yeah. So that could also be a part of like why maybe potentially that they are delaying a communication between the two of you, is because they don't quite feel up to your level. Like they feel like they're kind of beneath you to an extent. So maybe they have to work on their confidence a little bit more before they come towards you. I'm going to clarify that Empress and see what else that has to say. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, what was this one? The Empress was clarified by the Two of Cups. This... Okay, wow. They see you as like a real life partner. You know, somebody that you can really go through things with. It feels like that could be also the dynamic that they want in a relationship, is that feeling of being equal, on equal level with each other, having a balance, having reciprocal energy where both of you are putting in the same effort towards each other. And so that could mean why they are delaying this connection, is because they don't feel like they're on your level yet. And it seems like being on the same level is something that's very important to them when it comes to relationships. Maybe they've dated people in the past that made them feel lesser than. Maybe they've dated people in the past that they saw as this, you know, this beautiful, kind Empress, and perhaps they were more so the Empress in the reverse, somebody that's not very kind, and abundant. So I feel like what's going on behind the scenes with this one is this person's probably really trying to work up the confidence to approach you, but also like the confidence within themselves, their own security, their own like building up their confidence in their own abilities, building up their confidence in the ways in which they feel like will make a good impact. Because I also think that they want to impress you to a certain extent, I feel like. And it feels like they definitely, I still can't believe that the Empress was clarified by the Two of Cups, because like they see you as probably a soulmate, like somebody that you weather the storms with, somebody that is there for you through thick and thin, somebody that you truly devote your life to. I feel like this is somebody that is actually quite, it's interesting because like that Queen of Swords energy kind of tells me that on the surface, this person may be a little bit, potentially stoic or clear-cut, straightforward, but it's like underneath that, and also maybe a little bit logical and stuff, but underneath all of that I feel like is a very soft center. I feel like they definitely have that hard shell on the outside, but underneath it all is that soft center, and that's where all their love is. And it feels like it's very much directed at you, that love that they feel inside of them. They have major feelings for you, and they truly see you as the ideal relationship person. Like you're everything that they would want and more. And honestly, the feelings I think are mutual with that Two of Cups coming out. I think you may have feelings for this person as well. But especially if there's a delay, which the Page of Swords can sometimes indicate delays. So I'm thinking that there is a lot of delay going on, and that's probably part of your frustration, especially if you have this reciprocal, mutually attracted kind of energy. I feel like you're like, from your point of view, you're like, what's the holdup? Like, let's just get together. But I feel like this person puts you so high up in their eyes and their mind that they're just like, I need to prepare for you. Like, I am not ready for the majesty that is you, you know? Like, I am not where I want to be in order to come through in a confident way. I'm not where I want to be in terms of what I can offer, maybe. Like, they may feel like they can't offer a lot, and I think it's probably because if they just got out of a relationship, they probably need to heal from that. They probably need to reflect on those relationship patterns, to learn from and become a better person for future relationships. So it feels like there is this going on in the background that could be quite frustrating for you, because it's almost like I sense, especially if you do have feelings for this person, it's like you feel the attachment or the draw to this person. And I feel like you are probably way more like intuitive, spiritual than this person. And so for you, it's almost like you can see things clearly. You have some sort of clarity of this connection. But that other person may still be a little bit mucked up and not quite clear. They're a little bit foggy. Like they don't see it as clearly as you do. They feel it. But I think that their ego is still trying to like confuse those feelings, is trying to look for any reason to really sabotage that. And I think maybe that's part of this, is like them getting in touch with themselves so that they can be the best version for you. Also, bottom of the deck is the Justice card. So I think that when this actually does come together, it's going to be a very beautiful thing. And I think it's going to be very healing, cleansing for the both of you, karmically especially, it feels like. Also, I am very much drawn to the curtain behind this figure in this card. Like the purple, looks like a purple curtain in the background. And to me, that kind of speaks to like a stage, like a theater stage, and how like before the curtains open, everybody behind the scenes is like preparing the sets and, like preparing costumes, preparing makeup, working on the lighting, like there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes. And then when the curtain finally opens, it can begin, and that's how I kind of feel about this for you. It's like that this is going on behind the scenes. Your intuition is telling you that this is going on behind the scenes, but you're not seeing the physical evidence quite yet. And I feel like that's going to be so frustrating, especially because like you have this divine enlightenment. You see things so much clearer. It's almost like a sense of frustration, like why couldn't you just see things from my point of view, but I think that this person is just, they're going about things in the way that they need to. So it feels like something that you may have to allow them space to kind of be on their own, or to work through this stuff, work through this breakup energy, work through that feelings of insecurity, because they really want to show up in the right place, because they want to make a good impression on you, because they value you so much. It's almost like they would rather not show up at all than would rather not show up at all rather than showing up in the wrong energy, because they just do not want you to feel like they're wasting your time. They don't want you to think that they are superficial. Like there's a lot of things that I feel like that they want to make sure that they are good on before they come towards you, because I really do feel like this sense of pressure, because it's like they idolize you so much that they're like, I can't. But also it's like, but it's beyond that. Like it's not even that just because they idolize you, which I do think that they do to an extent, but it's also like just genuine like respect for you. Is like, I don't want to come in if I don't have anything to offer. I don't want to come in if I'm still hung up on my ex. I don't want to come in if I'm still grieving over certain parts of that past relationship, Like, so there's like, even if you break up with somebody and don't have feelings for that person, their energy still lingers for a while. You still have to reflect on that past relationship, the things you liked about it, the things that you didn't like about it, the things that you may have been, not doing, the things that you maybe were doing too much of. Like, there's so many different things to reflect on after you break up with somebody, before you move into another relationship. It's good to reflect on those things, and I feel like that's kind of what's happening right now. It also seems like there's going to be a big balancing of the scales once this finally comes in towards you. It could be something that is very, the scales is actually just reminding me of the Two of Cups. Like, as I was saying, they want to be on your level when they show up, and so when they do show up on your level, or at least in their best version of themselves, they don't necessarily have to match your energy exactly, but like, you know, as long as they're showing up as their real authentic self and as the best version of themselves possible, it feels like this is going to be quite balancing, and it's going to like, yeah, it's just going to be easy. I feel like after when this person finally comes in and shows up in the right energy, it's going to make the coming together between the two of you much easier. With that Justice card, I'm also getting communication could be a big part of this. So I feel like there could be emphasis on communication. Maybe you feel like this person's not communicating enough during this process. Maybe you feel like you need more information from this person. Maybe this person feels like they need more information from you. There's something really important about like information being given in this situation. Yeah. But yeah, I know you definitely feel this, but you just don't have the 3D evidence of it yet. So that could be really frustrating. But you know that this is coming towards you. It just may take a little bit of time. They clearly want to give to you. They clearly want to be your partner. And they respect you. It seems like they genuinely respect you. It seems like they genuinely value you. And they don't want to show up in, you know, dusty behavior, you know? And I like that. Like they would just rather work on themselves than show up and be like half-assed with it, you know? Okay, let's go on to that High Priestess. Please and thank you, Spirit. You can tell me about that High Priestess. Please and thank you. Let's see what came out. Ooh, interesting. Okay, 3 of Cups. The Hermit, double confirmation for Hermit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. So, this is clarifying that High Priestess. Oh, my nose septum. My septum always goes crooked when I least expect it. Anyways. This is really interesting. Because I see you sensing something here. I feel like this High Priestess is very much your energy. Because you're very spiritual, you're very wise, you're very tapped in. But the 3 of Cups, I think, is indicating something about your friendship group or somebody that you see as a friend, somebody that you care about at the very least. They seem like they're going through something right now. So maybe there's like a certain friend or maybe even a friend group. No, it feels like an individual, definitely. It's like a specific person from your friend group or somebody that you're close to is going through their hermit phase right now. So they may be like socially isolating, working on their spiritual journey, trying to figure out what's important to them, what's important to them in terms of like their actions, what they want their future to look like, all of that. It seems like they're doing a lot of self-reflection here. So this could be something that's going on, and maybe you're just trying to be understanding towards this person if you're maybe a little bit frustrated that you haven't spoken to this friend in a while, or, you know, I think we all have those friends, right, where they kind of just drop off the face of the earth when they're going through something. And I feel like that could definitely be your perspective of this. It's like, oh, they're going through something, so I'm going to give them time to do their thing. You know, I'm going to try to be understanding and loving and compassionate. They may also see you as some sort of like leader in terms of spirituality, especially because you're showing up with that High Priestess energy. They probably see that you're like a master of spirituality, or you're a master of like self-discovery even. Because it feels like there's something about this person wanting to find out, you know, find the wisdom within themselves, which I feel like you've mastered that, or you're really good at doing that. And so this person could even try to come to you asking for advice about this. Like, how did you go through the dark night of the soul, you know? Like, how did you go through a time of social isolation and, you know, really focusing on yourself and your healing journey? Like, it feels like there could be some sort of information here that they could use to help them on their journey. With that bottom of the deck being the King of Pentacles, I actually am not getting that this is somebody else. I feel like you're in this energy, this King of Pentacles energy. Of course, regardless of gender. Yeah, I feel like you're being seen as a very stable person. Like, not only by this, this person here, this Queen of Swords in the middle, who sees you as an Empress. It's not even just that person that sees you as a very stable person. I feel like your friends also see you as a very stable person, a very mature person. Ah, there's something about you that they find very mature, very stable. And I feel like there's even a sense of groundedness that you help people feel in your life. It's almost like I feel like you're like a rock for some people in your life, you know? Like you really hold them down, you help them feel more grounded, you help them feel like they have things under control. And I also feel like you kind of lead by example to an extent with that King of Pentacles. Like I feel like you do things that help build your own stability, your own security, your own abundance. And I feel like it's very inspirational to other people that are around you. So you very well might be coming into this time of sort of embodying the King of Pentacles, where you're just kind of bossing up in life, you know? And it doesn't have to be anything that, because this feels more like how people are perceiving you. So you may not feel super secure right now or stable or, abundant, but it's like this is how people are perceiving you. And so people may be reacting to this, this energy that you kind of have in their eyes, by like asking you for advice or seeking some sort of wisdom or seeking how you personally went about doing something, because it feels like you almost have this air of success to you and people want to know how. Like, how do you achieve that success? How do you, I'm even getting the message, like, how do you make it look so easy? Like, that's kind of the energy I feel like. I'm going to see what else comes out for that High Priestess. Please and thank you. Oh, 5 of Cups. I think one of your friends is going through a heartbreak. Or disappointment in love. This could also be a sign for you, especially if you feel this in your intuition. There could be a friend that maybe needs you to reach out to them if you haven't spoken to them in quite some time. I feel like they may be going through it with that 5 of Cups. Which the 5 of Cups can do with heartbreak, but I'm even getting, a lot of the times I get with this one, like mental health, issues like depression, things that sort of, make your brain see things a little bit more pessimistically. So like depression, maybe even anxiety, or other mental health stuff that they're kind of going through at the moment. They may need some sort of emotional support. Yeah, that could be what the 3 of Cups is even indicating. Like maybe there's supposed to be some sort of reunion between the two of you. Or that could be something that's wanted during this time. I don't know if it's necessarily needed, but I feel like it could be very much appreciated. Especially if this person went through a hard breakup or something recently. Or yeah, and if they've been in their hermit phase for quite some time, maybe you're the person to bring this person out of their little shell or their self-isolation. Bottom of the deck, the Temperance card. So you may even be healing a relationship with this friend. Or just the fact that you're around them could be very healing. I feel like there is definitely healing that takes place here. And I feel like it's because of you, honestly, I think. I feel like not only are you like a good inspiration to others, like just being in your life is enough to motivate people, to do to become a better version of themselves. But it feels like there's definitely like some sort of like soul cleansing / healing that is going to take place here. I'll see what else comes out for that. Please and thank you, Spirit. What else can you tell me about that? Thank you. Yeah, it does feel like they've been kind of disappointed in love. This could definitely be somebody in your friend group. I just realized the 4 of Cups is following the 5 of Cups, so that can, okay, so that can kind of speak to maybe, I don't like to say flat out backward progression, because I think it's more so how we feel about it rather than the reality of it. And I think that this person probably feels more so that, I feel like this person could be feeling not only that maybe they're not making a lot of progress in their love life. Oh, I think there's a thunderstorm, so excuse that in the background. But yeah, it feels like not only are they stagnant in their love life, but potentially they feel like they're backward progressing, like regressing, I guess. It feels like they almost have this feeling of like not making any sort of progress in their love life and them being really bummed out about it. And it feels like they feel like they're not doing enough. They feel like they're maybe even self-sabotaging to an extent. And maybe that's why they have to go into this hermit phase, is because maybe it's not so much that the issue is them, but rather, you know, it's interesting because the healing process when it comes to relationships, like sometimes you have to heal yourself before you can have a healthy relationship. And by that I mean like there's certain parts of ourselves that that need to heal. Like for example, some people like to say that you attract the energy that you embody, or I don't know. There's like a thing pretty much that's a little bit victim blamey in my opinion, where it's like the reason you were with somebody that's a narcissist is because you were on that vibration or whatever. And I don't really believe that that is the case. I think what more so is the case is that it's not so much that you have to question like, why was I in that negative frequency, but rather, why was I accepting that behavior from that person? And so like once you heal that part of yourself, like the part of yourself that keeps people in your life regardless of how badly they're treating you, once you finally work that through that, then you're able to engage with relationships in a more healthier way. And so when it comes to this person, I feel like they could definitely be feeling a sense of it feels almost like they're like blaming themselves at first, but maybe through that hermit phase they do a little bit of self-discovery, they do that internal work, and it's not so much that they were the issue, but rather there were certain unhealed parts of them that were creating certain situations that were not good for them. And so it seems like, yeah, they could be going through a lot of this like introspection, reflecting on the past and stuff. So it could be something that you're even feeling like, oh, should I reach out to that friend? It's been a while since I've talked to them. I would say probably it would be a good idea, especially if you think that they could be going through something rough, something kind of, you know, hard to deal with. They may appreciate you reaching out to them, I think. And then at the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Swords. I'm almost thinking that this person could have even gotten cheated on. Like, it feels pretty significant. That 7 of Swords is not hitting me in the positive way. It definitely feels like they have dealt with sneaky behavior. And it really hurts. I feel like their past partner was just like either very sketchy, very suspicious, like doing things that were just not good. It does feel like specifically like cheating for some reason. But it could have just been like a false personality, or like a narcissist, for example, like if somebody that put on a mask but was really somebody else under the surface. It's just like that kind of sneaky energy with that card at the bottom of the deck. So I would say if this is like a friend that you feel like you should reach out to, I would definitely rely on that intuition, because I feel like that could be very appreciated from this person at this time. You know, just the idea that they mean something to somebody would be I think, very healing and kind, and kind of what they need. And looking back at this Ten of Wands, there was something I was getting with that. What was that? Okay, I'm actually getting an interesting message off of this one. It almost feels like you may be feeling like there's a lot of chaos around you. And it almost feels like it could even just be energy, maybe not literally within your 3D reality, but you feel these things happening around you. Like, you could even be picking up other people's, like, emotions, other people's, like, bad attitudes. Like, you know, like when we're around people that are in a negative vibration, sometimes we soak that up, and it almost feels like the chaos around you is causing some sense of confusion for you. I'm almost even getting it kind of along the lines of, like, you may be internalizing the chaos that's around you, and you may be interpreting that chaos as, oh, this is something in me that is chaos, but I feel like it's mostly your surroundings or the energies that surround you, you know? And so I would actually suggest with this one to just, like, do a cleansing ritual, maybe a protection spell. I personally like to look up, like music frequencies of, like, there's, like, self-love frequency, there's cleansing frequencies. Like, there's a whole bunch of different sounds on YouTube that you can use to kind of help get into that mind space. Because I think a lot of that sort of, like, cleansing rituals, protection rituals, I think it's really about the mindset that you're in when you're doing those types of things, rather than the specific tools that you have to do them. And so I would say listening to even just, like, some YouTube music that is, like, you know, described in a way of whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, like maybe a protection frequency on YouTube. And when you're just sitting there in the present moment, quieting your mind, being in the present moment, you know, really truly believing that that negativity is leaving you if you're doing a cleansing ritual, or like truly imagining that you are fully protected by, like, an invisible force field. You know, just getting into that mindset, that feeling, and that I feel like is going to be very helpful for you. That feeling of, like, letting things go, letting that outside energy just roll right off of you, so that you're not internalizing it. Because I think that that could be causing a lot of mental conflict for you, is when you're like, oh, like this feeling of depression or sadness or whatever that suddenly came over me, that's me. I guess I'm depressed now, but it's not really you. It could be somebody walking by. It could be somebody that you talked to not too long ago that's depressed, you know? So I feel like that could be definitely a big message here for you, is just to make sure that you are protecting your energy, pretty much, and cleansing it. I am a big fan of doing spiritual baths or showers where you just take some essential oils, and with the mindset of, like, okay, these essential oils are good for cleansing or purification or protection, you know. You just go into the shower or into the bath, and you can just picture all of that negative energy just washing away down the drain, you know. And so that could even be helpful for you if you've been experiencing a lot of that sort of chaos. It feels like it's internal, but I feel like it has something to do with your external, to be honest. But yeah, I guess that's the reading. Hopefully you resonated with this, and I hope it was helpful for y'all. If it resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you subscribe, you can become a part of the Hive Collective, because my name is Bee. Bees live in hives, and you can become an honorary bee like me, and we can be a little bee family together. I keep bumping into this. I'm so sorry. I hope the audio is not horrible. I'm gonna hate it if it does. Anyways, where was I? If you like my readings and you'd like to see more, confirmation, be sure to click that bell icon down below so that YouTube actually notifies you next time I upload. And thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.